What up, though? It's your boy Big Snoop DL Double J. Oh my God. Gotta give a shout out to
DJ
Magix. You can hit him up at his Instagram. It's Magix the Man at MAGIXTHEMAN.
This is the Outside the Box podcast, exclusively distributed on iHeartRadio, where we bring on celebrities, we bring on seven-figure earners, and also notable entrepreneurs and different people on the come up to give the listeners ideas and different abilities to think outside the box. Today we have Sam Anderson on the line, creative assistant to the A&Rs at Riptide Music Group. They've known for over 20 years and have built a reputation as leaders in the music industry, particularly in the music, TV and film, trailers, advertising, and video game space. And they're essentially like a hidden tastemaker in the music community. So before we go forward, Sam, can you just give us a little bit of information on yourself for those who don't know who you are, where you're from, and what you do?
Yeah, of course. So I'm originally from Birmingham, Alabama. I was in the military for like 9 years, so I've been all over the U.S. for a bit. And then I recently moved to L.A. in 2021, and this year will be 2 years since I've been here. But I had my military experience, and then I just graduated from school with my bachelor's degree. And I'm working on getting my master's degree in music business.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I definitely seen you were in the Army. How was that transitioning from, serving the country? Thank you for your service, by the way, to then going into the music industry. Like, was there like music programs that you took? Like, what's kind of the background? What inspired you to get into music?
So I was involved in music since I was a kid. My dad used to rap, and my brother was a rapper as well. He was the one that got me into producing, and then as I got later on through high school, I started writing and singing and other things like that, and just learning the business side as well, just doing my own little research. In the military, there wasn't that much like programs specifically catered to music. They did have sorts of careers for musicians and stuff, but I was young when I entered, so I didn't know anything about that. But I can say I did have opportunities to work on the administrative side, doing some stuff, and working with doing events for my unit and stuff like that. So that kind of helped me, learn how to manage an office space and, be able to work with higher executives. And, that kind of helped me with my resume and getting an entry-level internship at Riptide.
Absolutely. So kind of the game there is that your administrative learning that you acquired while you were in the military, that added to the, let's say, the graduation from the LA Film School. So that's the music side and what you learned and smacked together that gave you the qualifications to get your foot in the door. Is that correct to assume?
Right.
Got
right,
it.
Exactly.
Awesome. So just kind of really delving into Riptide, there's just tons of different resources that this company has for independent artists. I see they have programs like called the Incubator, where they engage creators on a daily basis. They set up co-writing sessions for them, give them detailed briefs and targeted feedback on their music to maximize their potential. Can you kind of talk a little bit about the services that Riptide has to offer and why it's important for artists to tune in?
Well, I know we're still a small company, and I've only been there since it's been a year this year. But I do know we are building our roster and helping independent artists, be able to get their music to placements on TV and movies and stuff like that. And also, helping underdeveloped artists, develop their sound, develop their image, figure out what direction they want to go with their music, and we're just trying to be there every step of the way that we can.
Absolutely. So essentially just really doing that good A&R work. I definitely see here you guys have some extremely credible placements like Bally Sports Fitness, Netflix, Apple TV, Hotel Transylvania. So that's kind of like Disney stuff. That's incredible. Getting your foot in the door in a position like this, obviously it's just the beginning of your career. What's the going forward? Like, what do you see aspiring for yourself within these next 5 years?
Honestly, I don't know. I'm still exploring the different options within the music industry. A&R was something that I really wanted to get in for a while. So, I came over here and expressed that to my supervisors, and they gave me this opportunity to, work with the label side and doing A&R things. But I also have an interest in doing the live events and, in that aspect, creating my own events and building a festival later on throughout that. So I don't know, I'm still trying to get my toe into the different aspects of the industry and learning what I would want to be in the long term.
Nice. So looking in the experiential realm, that's really cool because it's all encompassing, right? Because music is not only just listened to in the car, on the phone, on streaming services, but it's also listened to live. So it's a whole nother experience. So it definitely like connects, right? So it's like a bridge. That's really cool. If you were able to give people 3 key things that you've learned in your position thus far, what would those 3 key things be?
Probably attention to detail. I think that's important in any role, in any industry, especially when you're dealing with a lot of artist assets and data entry, things, making sure the artists are getting paid. You want to make sure that you're looking at you're putting in the right information, and so artists can get paid and their releases are, accurate. 2, I would say, follow your passion. With music, when looking for artists, it'll only go good if you're passionate about that artist. You're passionate about what you hear about that artist's sound. Because if you're not passionate about what you're hearing, you're not going to be passionate about being creative of what you're not going to be passionate about figuring out how to take their career to the next level. You're not going to give your all in doing anything creatively or
Right.
You're not going to want to give your all if you're not very passionate about what you're hearing. So that's one of the things that I try to do when I'm looking for artists. Is this something that I really like? Because if I don't want to add this to my playlist, my personal playlist, I'm not really passionate about this music. So
Nice.
It's not going to help in the long run. And thirdly, I would say just try to enjoy what you're doing. Being in that moment, because like I said, I don't know where I'll be in 5 years. Our ideas of what we want to do in our career, it changes over time because there's different opportunities will come later on throughout the road that will send me to a different direction. So I just say enjoy the moment and the time that you have and the opportunities that you have within that moment. Because you only got one life, and especially if you have this opportunity to work in the industry that you've always wanted to work in, to just keep going and push forward until the next thing comes.
Absolutely. That's really great advice.
Mm-hmm.
And so, of course, we've talked about all the great things. Let's kind of switch to the other side, kind of play devil's advocate a little bit. Basically, people try to get in this industry and they grow up with haters. People tell them what they can't do or pursuing their dreams. What's your advice on that? Can you talk a little bit about maybe pushback that you've got as far as pursuing your dreams, and what's your advice to people that are receiving that kind of feedback?
Honestly, you gotta ignore people like that, because at the end of the day, like, these people aren't the ones paying your bills. These people are not the ones in control of your life. You can easily move on from dealing with these people and completely cut them out of your life. And, like, even with, like, strangers or anyone that you don't know, like, you're never gonna see these people day in your life again. So something I do every time. That's why I'm, like, stress free, because I don't care what people think. I know what I want, and, you know, I'm gonna go after that regardless of, you know, what you have to say about it. And I have a great support system. My family, my friends, they're here for me throughout everything that I've been through. So that's what I have to say on that.
That's really great. So let's talk a little bit about what's next for you, and then go ahead and drop your socials. Like, where can people connect with you? And if they, you know, if they want to just learn more about what you have to offer, you know, connect the dots, if it's musicians, if it's other executives, where can they get connected with you?
So on LinkedIn, I'm Sam Anderson. And then on Instagram, you can find me at Sam Scott, VII. That's my artist page, and you can connect with me as well on there.
You heard it right there. It's DJ Magix, MAGIXTHEMAN, back at you again with some more information, and keep thinking outside the box.